Imagine this. You have something to say, but the words just won't come out. Or imagine this. You want to do a basic task, such as walking upstairs, but you can't because your legs won't move. Or imagine this. You want to eat because you're hungry, but you can't because you have to wait for your feeding tube to be ready. These are all different effects of Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig's disease affects many people of all ages. 3 years ago, my grandfather was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. He experienced many different atrocities throughout his disease. He remained positive throughout this whole time. During his disease, he required around-the-clock help. He had caregivers that helped him in the morning and in the evening. I witnessed this firsthand because, like others, I was a nurse that helped him. 8 months later, my grandfather lost his battle to Lou Gehrig's disease. Having him go through this disease has made me more knowledgeable about Lou Gehrig's disease. Today, I would like to inform my audience about the nature, the causes, and the 3 different stages of Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as Lou Gehrig's ALS. Next, I'd like to go over the different natures of Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig's disease affects many individuals. Over 5,000 people are diagnosed with ALS each year. ALS is defined as a neurological disease that affects the nervous system. ALS sends messages to different parts of the bodies. When it sends these messages, it provides the body with basic functions. When these neurons break, it stops sending these messages. When these messages stop, it stops you from doing simple tasks that you perform each and every day. There is no cure for ALS, but there are treatment centers that can help alleviate the disease. Many patients with ALS only live typically 3 to 5 years. ALS is not contagious. There are many different symptoms that come along with Lou Gehrig's disease. Many people will experience weakness and shortness of speech. But like many other diseases, there are many different resources to help get through these. While ALS is fatal, there are also many causes to how ALS is formed. Let's now go into the different causes of ALS. To many doctors and scientists, ALS still remains a mystery. There are 2 major causes of ALS. The first one is called familiar ALS. This only affects 5 to 10% of the population. Familiar ALS is named this because a previous family member has had ALS. This is not very common at all. Many people are diagnosed with the second cause of ALS. This is known as sporadic ALS. This affects 90 to 95% of the population. Sporadic ALS is a combination of different causes of ALS. Now that we have gone over the 2 different causes, we're now going to move into the 3 different stages of ALS. The stages of ALS are broken into 3 stages. The first one is early, then you go into the middle, and the final stage of ALS is known as late ALS. In early stages of ALS, you experience twitching, poor balance, or loss of appetite. In the middle stages of ALS, these symptoms become more pronounced. They require help to do basic functions just as standing up. Most patients in the middle stage have slurred speech. Thanks to technology today, we now have computers to help the speech get better. In the late forms of ALS, many patients experience limited mobility. There is assistive technologies that help lift people from their beds to the floor. In the late stages, people require around-the-clock help. Also, in the late forms of ALS, many people have no speech at all and often have shortness of breath. As you can see, Lou Gehrig's disease is a very fatal disease. As the stage worsens, the disease worsens. There is no cure for ALS. Hopefully, with the advancement of medicine in the near future, there will be a cure for Lou Gehrig's disease.